Hmm. Well, it's Sunday, January 31st. Um, I guess the thought to begin is everybody's got to do what they got to do. Um, whatever makes sense to them for them in their life at their point in their journey um, to survive. Self-preservation, to have the potential of a better tomorrow, a good today and a better tomorrow. Um, I can only, you know, work on myself, basically. And the more I work on myself, the better everyone else gets. It's funny how that works. Hmm. The truth. Yeah, truth isn't always fun. But doesn't stop it from being the truth. The truth does not care. You know, so keeping things honest. So it's like other people do what they need to do for themselves. I do what I need to do for myself. And apparently this was one of my things. I didn't know it at the time. I didn't fully realize exactly why I was doing what I was doing. It just made sense, and I liked it, and it helped keep a conversation going because I needed to keep it going, and allowed me to process things and to understand exactly where I'm at, just overall in my life with on multiple things, um, not just that one thing, which got it started, kind of just like with Facebook, just like how that got started. That got set in motion, and then I just carry it forward and see what happens. So, same with this. I may or may not carry it forward. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I don't have to make that decision. Right now, I'm making that decision that I'm still sitting here, and I'd like to make other places more accessible, where I'm not always sitting here. But for now, this is where I'm sitting, and it's an okay place. It's quiet-ish. The lighting's okay. I'm comfortable. Um, it's safe, I guess. Anyway, I lost my train of thought. Um, so yeah, it was a okay weekend. It's just slushy out right now. It's really messy. Um, just above freezing, just damp, cold. Well, chilly. But hmm, is there anything else? Not really. Um, I don't know much else. Oh, I guess throughout this whole thing, to the best of my knowledge, um, you know, I kept up, as far as what I was concerned with, for my part. Um, and this is what I always try to do in all my affairs is, apply the same principles. That way I'm just applying the same me at everything. That way I can't get caught off guard not being me in any particular situation or circumstance or, you know, no, I'm just always me. And, minus the censoring, because in some places I censor myself more than others, um, or just don't talk at all, just to play it safe. And it's not because I'm keeping secrets or I'm doing bad things. That's what people think. I don't know what people think. I don't know. But if I just don't feel safe, or I don't feel comfortable, or I don't trust the people I'm around, um, which is a lot of the time. I don't trust the people that I'm around. Um, and it doesn't mean that they're untrustworthy. It just means that I don't trust them. And I don't have to trust everybody. I've trusted far too many people. Well, not far too. I've trusted enough people where, I've learned it's not my best interest to trust so easily. Because I get fooled. I fool myself, basically. And then I get convinced, and then it's like, oh, probably wasn't wise. So, yeah, it happens. But I don't know. So it doesn't stop me from continuing to try, and that's what I've been doing. And I like the results, even though I don't get the results or understand the results that I get. That's part of the process of this. I don't know when I'll ever have the courage to ever look at this. Ever. I just know that it's there, and I'll feel good knowing it was there. And it's like, oh yeah, those weeks in January of 2021. Yeah. Yeah, there's a bunch of video of Eric's thoughts from that time. I have no idea what's in any of the videos because he didn't put any helpful descriptions to say, because it's just him rambling about whatever was going on in his head at that particular instant, on that particular day, in that particular moment, live, and that's all this is. There is no description. So it's like, warning. It's like every single one needs a warning. It's like, content's unknown. This may offend, this may insult, this may, who knows? I have no idea. And I mean, who's watching? If anybody ever. Hopefully not. No comments. So there shouldn't ever be anybody watching. So I don't think it's a problem. And besides, I'll probably put these to private. Mental note, put these to private. But it shouldn't matter because it's all anonymous anyway. No one cares. No one cares. Why should they care? This is somebody else's life, somebody else's problems. Whoever's watching this has their own life, their own problems. Take care of yourself. If you don't take care of yourself, who else is gonna? And also, you probably need to talk more, because if you don't tell people what's going on in your head, then they won't know. You need to talk more. Learn to that you have value, that your words mean something, and by your talking, you might help somebody else out. So everybody has something to contribute. So it doesn't have to be anything all that awesome or all that great or whatever. It can just be letting somebody else know that they exist by acknowledging them, saying hello, good morning. Of course, don't say that to anybody. I don't like it myself. So it's like just let me, because when people greet me, that's one of my things, is when people say, how are you? I don't like it when people ask me how I am, because that means I have to think about it. And a lot of times I don't know. And so when they ask me, how are you? It's like, do they want like a stock answer? And it's like, I've thought about this, like how many stock answers, just rehearsed answers that I can just quote off, just to end it, to not lead into any other questions or follow-up conversation. Just okay, what is a normal, acceptable response to get them to go away? And I've come up with some good ones over time. I've written about them, actually, scattered amongst the files. I haven't come up with a new good one in a while. I should work on that. I should have time. But yeah, I don't like, because a lot of times I don't know how I'm doing, and I think about how I'm doing, and the more I think about how I'm doing, the worse I end up doing. So sometimes I want to like tell people, well, I was doing okay until somebody asked me how I was doing. Now I'm not sure. Thank you. Good morning. Give them those, snarky answers. People don't seem to like those. But I am a big fan is when in doubt, um, confuse people. Catch them off guard. Don't give them what they expect. Of course, but that's the problem. You do that, and then it gets attention, and then they want to talk to you more. And it's like, no, no, stay back. Anything but more conversation. So, yeah. But I did. What was the other thought I had early this morning? It's like when in doubt. My first thought: when in doubt, I want to quietly just disappear. You know, just fade away, disappear, go silent, and or I could just keep doing what I'm doing. I'm not doing anything wrong. Um, I haven't done anything wrong. You know, being me is not wrong. How I interpret reality, how I react to things is not wrong. And how I feel about things is not wrong. It might not be wanted or appreciated or noticed or acknowledged or, um, but it's not wrong. So, I don't know. So, mostly, just probably just going to leave it alone. Just stop. I had a really good conversation. I think that's the takeaway. I had a really good conversation, and I kept it going by myself for as long as I possibly could. And yeah, so yeah, those first it was tough, and now it's like working on the emotional detachment and divestment, because I usually am investing. So the opposite of investing is divesting. So I need to, separate, emotionally separate, detach, divest. And that's also, just happening naturally too. Without encouragement, without encouragement or reinforcement, just just go away. So it's sad, yeah. But if not wanted, I shouldn't hang around. I might be wanted elsewhere. I might be more useful elsewhere. Um, so, and my time might be more valued elsewhere. So, I mean, I don't really have anybody. I get interesting, or I don't understand it, but I just figured, with the whole, it's like if people knew what you know, they wouldn't be as interested, or I get looks, and I don't know what they mean exactly, but I figured, there's a lot going on here, and I just don't need to involve anybody else. And then whenever I try to involve anybody else, it's like, it's an interesting, see, that's the thing, that really, it's more about really liking the idea, the concept, and the dream more than the reality of it, because the reality is so confusing and heartbreaking. It's just heartbreaking. I'm sorry, but it is. It is heartbreaking. Get hopes up, dreams up, and it's like, then faced with reality of it, it's like, dang it. It's more the idea and the concept, and I don't know if you can hear that, but just random banging from downstairs. Like, what are they doing? It's been happening for like, I don't know, like since I got back from work, like at least half an hour, just bang, 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 bang. So it was a really busy day yesterday, and because the snow was coming, and the snow arrived. Didn't stick around long. Turned to, um, what did I say yesterday? It's in my notes. I haven't translated it. Um, oh yeah, it went from snowfall to snowfell to liquid ice, freezing rain. But it warmed up over the course of the evening into the night. So, and now it's raining right now. So everything's just a mess. A lot of water. Needed that for the reservoirs, I guess, and the rivers will be up. And so I guess this is good for midwinter. I mean, we're not even midwinter really, not technically midwinter yet. Almost. Well, yeah, this is midwinter. The month of midwinter. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, yes. I guess I don't have anything else. Um, I I have good spirits um, about it is disappointing, um, but I don't even know anything yet. So I'm just preparing for apologies and sorry for you know this or that, or I don't even know. It's just so confusing. I'm not good at this kind of stuff. So but I didn't really want that. It's like I just wanted to continue the conversation. So it's not like it's that scary. The only problem is that if the conversation continues, I probably will. That's I'll get more emotionally invested and emotionally attached. And it's like, because I got pretty emotionally attached and invested just in that short amount of time. Um, and there was nothing really that was, you know, discouraging me, so if, you know, it's like, that's a little scary, you know, because I can get pretty attached and pretty invested. And if that's, if that's what the conversation, for me, it's probably going to, lead to, over a course of time. Unless there's like some other boundaries or guidelines or concepts thrown in there that's like, that helps me to transcend or uh, refocus, or I don't know. It you know, my interest in willingness to work at it is still there. Whatever that means. If it's just a friendship or I don't know. Defining the boundaries, I guess. Friendship, online, uh, collaborator, on whatever project. I don't know. It's good to have friends, though. It is good to have friends. So just because something isn't exactly the type of a relationship or the nature of a relationship that I might want or think I want, it doesn't mean that it has to, like, throw the whole thing away. It's no good. It can still be something, you know? I think so. For me. But I don't know about anybody else, so I can only speak for myself. But definitely interesting. I think it's worth continuing. Why not? Unless it's a matter of me getting too emotionally attached or invested. Because that could be scary. because I already said that. But I'd work on trying to not. And then also, like, using up people's time. I can do that. It's like I am greedy with wanting people's time that I am interested in, so I'd have to, respect stuff. I don't know. So, but it would be just devastating. I already thought this far ahead. It's like some other person comes in, the situation, guy or girl, and immediately starts getting all this other attention that I'd be so jealous. Jealous of a fiction, and then I'd be jealous of a real person that's now all of a sudden, oh, I remember when I used to be the favorite. Oh. So it might just be better for me to just, exit stage right. Or stage left, whichever is closest. If it's going to be that complicated for me, because it might be that complicated for me. And I'm not good at this kind of stuff. But I also don't like saying goodbyes either. And I didn't even like saying that just now. I didn't like saying it at all. It doesn't have to be. I don't think so. I just haven't figured it out yet. And this might all be for nothing. This is me processing with no information, nothing. I'm working with nothing. I just know that it's the 31st of January, and it's 2:30 in the afternoon, Eastern Standard Time here. And I don't even talk about what I'm talking about, but I will know, and it's going to be cross-referenced against other things, so don't worry about it. Yeah, the whole catalog, the codex, the archive. Go look it up. No, you won't be able to. Never mind. Well, anything's possible, but I doubt it. No. Anyway, yeah. So, at least I have tomorrow off, and, I will go for a walk. Maybe taking a sunrise. I don't know if I think it's gonna be cloudy tomorrow though. And it'll be really, really wet. So I probably won't want to sit down either. Unless I bring something to sit on. But, yeah. So, anyway, I don't really have much else to say. But I don't want to go. But I'm kind of tired of talking. So, probably go to the 7 o'clock meetings tonight because I have nothing else or better to do. And, I don't know. I don't really feel understood, and I don't really have any emotional connection or attachment with anybody that's really there right now. Everybody that I ever get attached to just kind of disappears, or wanders off, or dies, or goes back out to their drug of choice. So, yeah, right now, that was the other thing I hadn't mentioned. But right now, at that particular place, you would barely know it was, supposed to, kind of, it's supposed to be, there aren't many alcoholics left in the world, apparently. Apparently, most people have problems other than alcohol. We're talking, meth and heroin and some cocaine and other, other things too. But so it is difficult, to connect with, addiction is addiction. I speak to the addiction. I don't really cater to what the addiction is. It's all the same. To me, it's all the same. Feeling lacking in some way, needing to change in some way, artificially, to change one's mood, mindset, frame of mind, to be altered. So one can accept the reality that one is currently situated in, or accept the reality that one is currently living inside of. All these things. We can't accept things as they are, so we have to change them to feel better about ourselves. I must get something out of it, and I must be able to contribute something. I don't know about the results. I don't ever really get to see the results. But there are some successes, I guess. I just don't get to see it, because I only get to see the people that come back. And most of the people that come back are in the best of shape. With more consequences, more jail time, more stories of abuse, either being the victim or being the hostage, or being the bully, or being the what's the word? Instigator? The person that does not the victim. The person that does the thing. The aggressor, I guess. Yeah, it's pretty scary. But like I've said many times, it's like I've felt in personal danger, being left alone with some people from time to time. It's like, well, no matter all the situations I've been through up to this point, it's like I haven't gotten shot or stabbed yet. I hope I never do. I don't think I'd enjoy that. But it is a risk. Take your chances no matter where you go. And then also with the current, pandemic. Which it seems like most people just kind of forgotten about by this point. At least here. So, people wear their masks for show, for decoration, for a costume, because people think it's helping, and it's having some effect. But as far as like cross-contamination and stuff, it's like, it's probably better than nothing. But no, I have my own opinions on things about that. They're not popular opinions, and I don't share them. So, I did see a news article about double masking. You don't wear one mask? Why not two? It's the new hip craze. Double masking. If two's so good, why not three? I think just go ahead and cut your head off. That'll fix the whole thing. Can't get sick if I don't know. I'm just filling time, I guess. Not killing time. I'm filling time because I don't want to go. But I should, before I say stuff that's silly. But, I am kind of a silly person. You wouldn't know it, though. By my writing, it's like, that's the other thing. It's like, what does my writing say about me? That's all. This is a whole other thing. Who am I based on what is read? I don't know who that person is. I have no idea what that comes across as. Who is that? This person I recognize. It's not me, though, but it is closer. Because I don't talk to myself quite like this. I talk to myself, but not like this. The person that writes is a different person than this person. The person that, hits those keys, touches that screen, it's a different person. This is not that person. And I have no idea how that comes across. Like, who is this person that gets read? How is that person read? How is that person understood as a person? Is it, because I'm not make-believe. I'm not fiction. But, I am the one that's doing the typing. I am the one that's composing the words. So it's like, this is reality. And sorry, not sorry. But everything's true. Everything in my words, it's all true. So, believe it or not, everything I write has been true. It's all been me, my story, how I felt, what's happened to me. And everything as far as other people, places, things, situations, that's all true too. It's my world. It's the world that I encounter. So, nothing's made up. It's all real. Now, how I feel about it, that's going to change, over time. Like, whatever I felt about whatever was going on a year ago, that's going to have changed. But the actual events and people and places, things, those are all real. As real as anything else. Of course, I've probably forgotten about a lot of those things. Like, oh yeah, that person. Oh yeah, that person. Like, the people that I've cared about over time that have, gone away, or they've died, or overdosed, or no. So far, there hasn't been anything else. Nothing too terrible. Of course, people dying and overdosing, and it's kind of bad. But and only the one guy got hit by a train. So I don't know. I'm rambling. I need to get this done and get it started uploading. I'm going to go take a shower and then probably take a nap and then go to the 7 o'clock meeting and see what life has in store. Because I don't know. So it's exciting and scary. But I'm ready. That's the best I can do. So anyway.